What's up, guys? This is your boy Omega Pro. You already know. And welcome to Ask Omega, a series where you guys ask shit and I answer it. Now, I'm gonna start off this series by doing gameplay in the background, but if you guys would like to see vlogs every once in a while, or if you want it to be just vlogs or just gameplay, or you want me to mix them both together, just let me know, please, because, you know, this is about answering your guys' questions, and I want to answer them in the way you want them answered. So, without further ado, let's get into this. So I asked people on Twitter and Facebook to ask me some questions, and, you know, it was sort of last minute. I wasn't really planning it. But I got some good questions, so we'll see how long this thing goes on for. So, question number 1 and 2 is from a Facebook fan by the name of Eric Blueberry Ding. I don't judge, but his 2 questions are: how did you, Stormpoo, and Toasty meet? And what is your next career in life? I guess he's assuming that YouTube is a career, but of course it's not an actual career. It's just something I do for fun. But the first question: how did Stormpal, Toasty, and I meet? Well, I don't know if this is going to be a lengthy story. I'll try to just wrap it up as quickly as possible. I met Toasty a long time ago on this community channel called the Legit Gaming Union, LGU, whatever. It was back when we both made COD videos and all that stuff. When obviously we don't do that stuff now. But that is what we did back in the day because we thought that was the easiest way to get famous or whatever. Just we actually liked Call of Duty back in the day. Let's just put it like that. So he commented on an LGU video and was like, "Hey guys, check out my channel, Plucks. I'm not a beggar motherfucker, dumb bitch," or anything like that. Pretty sure he sounds nothing like that, but still, that's what was said. Generally, roughly, that's what was said. So I'm like, why not? You know, I'm a struggling YouTube commentator. He's probably a struggling YouTube commentator. So I went on his channel. I saw his stuff, and I saw that he could use work, and this was good for me because I could use work as well, and we can bounce ideas off each other, and we can just better each other. So I ended up befriending him. I messaged him. I was like, "Oh yeah, you have some cool stuff or whatever." And then we just became friends. And then after a while, it evolved from just like a YouTube thing to like an actual real friendship. So that's how I met Toasty. How I met Stormpal was actually, oh, by the way, I met Toasty, I believe, 2010, like early 2010. Stormpal I met 2011, last year. I saw a Dragon Ball Z video on my sub box, and I was like, "What the dump? Nobody uploads DBZ. What the fuck is this?" So I click on it, and it was a Stormpal video on Machinima Respawn, and I was like, "What the dump? This guy got some balls." So I'm watching it. I'm like, "God damn, he's actually pretty good." So I left a comment, not expecting like anything, you know. I just left a comment. I was like, "Oh, hey, how did you get on Machinima?" Because I've been wanting to get on Machinima, and at that point, I felt like I was really increasing my content for the better. So I asked, I was like, "Hey, how did you get on Machismo?" and all that stuff. You know, just a quick comment I thought was never going to get answered. Little do I know, I refreshed my inbox, and there, Stormpal left me like a fucking 6-page essay on how to get on Machinima, and I was like, "Damn, this guy's mad cool." So I go on his channel, and he only had 300 subscribers by the time I was subscribed to him, and I started talking to him. But then, like a week later, he ended up getting 1,000 or whatever. But when I first started talking to him, I was like, hey, it would be cool if we could do, you know, videos together sometime or whatever. And he was like, "Oh yeah, sure, that'd be cool." But, you know, for me, I was like, because he was so much bigger than me, you know. He was on Machinima, he was partner, he was a director, he was all this shit, and I was like, I'm just a lowly piece of shit. Like, I didn't want to feel like I was intruding. I didn't want to feel like, you know, I was just, you know, trying to be his friend so I can get super uber famous and get that YouTube pussy. But we ended up becoming very close friends, and that's how TDC was formed. And his second question was, what is my next career in life? Well, I don't consider YouTube a career, but I would really like to do this for a living. That'd be really fucking cool. But realistically, I would like to do something in the film industry, you know, whether it be a video editor, an actor, maybe even a director, something like that. I would really love to do. I would say being an artist or whatever, but I don't always draw, and I think that field could be left for somebody that does that more. And same with the music career. Like, I love writing lyrics. I can write lyrics at any time, but as far as getting on beats and rapping on them and all that stuff, I just don't really ever have the time to do that. So I'm not really that dedicated. But stuff with film editing and all that stuff, I do that shit all the time for YouTube. So that'd be really cool. So without further ado, let's get on to the next guy's set of questions. Alright, the next set of questions comes from Jonathan McMullen from Facebook, and he says, would you rather have sex with a shiny Vulpix or an original? Well, you know, I feel like the shiny Vulpix uses too much makeup. I like them all natural. So I guess I would have to say that I would Google to be a schmoigerin of a Vulpix. His second question, regular Vulpix. His second question is also, if you can name all the anime you've seen and which one is the best, that would be great. Well, I can't name all of them that I've seen. I've seen a lot of them. Not a lot of them that I actually like, but if I were to make like a top 5, it would probably have to be Naruto, Bleach, Fairy Tail, I'm forgetting some. Probably, I can't believe Dragon Ball, obviously. I'm forgetting some, but whatever. My favorite is between Naruto and Bleach. I can't decide. I'd rather take a bullet to the dome, if you know what I mean. So, yeah, that's it for Facebook questions. Now, let's get on with the Twitter questions. Alright, so Silly Oats asks, if you could only do videos on one video game, what game would it be and why? And this is a really tough question because I'm limiting myself to only one video game ever. Obviously, it's going to get boring after a while. Obviously, people are going to get tired of seeing it. But if I had to choose one, it'd have to be something with a lot of replayability. And for me, that is NBA 2K12. I would do that game just because there's so many modes that you can do, so many different scenarios that you can do. And, you know, there's always a market for that. Like, even if 2K13 comes out, I could just make rosters and have the new NBA rosters on my game, and that would make it a lot easier, and it would just be better than if I were to just play Naruto all the time. Because, you know, eventually I would run out of duels, and if I were doing Dragon Ball, eventually I would run out of duels again. And it's just, every game just has its limits. I would never play Call of Duty, for I do not like aneurysms. So, that question was from Silly Oats, and let's get on with the next question. Alright, this question was from ZZ a Toasty. He says, when was the most exciting / happiest moment of your life? And this is hard to narrow down, but if I had to choose just one, I don't know why, this memory always sticks out in my head. It was one Christmas a long time ago when the DS first came out, the Nintendo DS. It was like brand new, just came out. Everybody was losing their shit over it. And me and my brother went to sleep early on that Christmas Eve because, you know, we wanted our fucking presents early. So we went to sleep, and my mom and her boyfriend woke us up on that day. And I guess they had like brought in all the gifts from wherever the fuck they were hiding them, and they brought them like right in front of us and woke us up. And then me and my brother woke up, you know, we sat up and we were looking, and there was like a big ass basketball hoop, you know, still in the box. Obviously the whole hoop wasn't fucking brought into the house, but it was in the box. There was a big ass pool table that could be a foosball table and an air hockey table. It was like all that shit. That was cool. And there was a few other things, and me and my brother were kind of disappointed because we really wanted that DS. I was like, Mom, come on, I'm going to go join the circus because at least the circus has some fucking DSs. Like, I want a fucking DS. That's how much I wanted one. So me and my brother lay back down. We hear 2 thuds, and then we instantly go back up, and then boom, there's the 2 DSs right there. I lost my shit. That was the time where I first got my nipples erect. So, on to the next question. Alright, Small Panda HD asks, what was your best moment on YouTube? And put simply, it was when I got my Machinima partnership. Like, that's pretty much obvious. Like, I lost my shit when I read that email. They were like, Omega Pro, you are a Machinima partner. I was like, oh my god! Yeah, suffice to say, I lost my shit and I was extremely fucking happy. Best moment on YouTube by far. Also, when I hit 1K, that was really cool as well. Alright, the last question is from SketchKing23. He's the guy that draws the shit for the Derp Circle. Like, he drew our avatars and all that shit. Yeah, that's him. Alright. So he asked, who is my biggest inspiration? And I have a lot of inspirations. For my music side, my inspiration definitely comes from Drake, J. Cole, Kanye West. I think that's pretty much it. Yeah, those 3 are like my favorites. I fucking Kid Cudi's another good one. Like, I like a lot of artists, but as far as my inspiration goes, definitely Drake, J. Cole, and Kanye. Kanye is just because he's actually an artist, and a lot of you guys might be like, oh, Kanye, he made that white girl cry or whatever. Kanye is a phenomenal artist. He's a good lyricist. He produces his own beats. He produces his own music. He mixes all of it. He does everything. He's a fucking monster. And the gameplay's over now. Probably put up some funny pictures, but whatever. I just want to finish this last question. So yeah, those are my inspirations for like music and stuff. And for my art, like the shit that I draw, obviously Masashi Kishimoto, which is obviously Naruto, the creator of Naruto. Tite Kubo, creator of Bleach. Akira Toriyama, Dragon Ball. And also Mark Crilly. He's like a cool guy. Like that's the type of, if I ever become like a manga artist, that's the kind of guy I want to be. I want to put my shit up on YouTube so that way I can help people that don't know what the fuck they're doing. That's really cool. I think Mark Crilly is a really good guy. Somebody else that inspires me that you guys are probably not fucking expecting at all is he's a Call of Duty commentator. His name is Wings of Redemption. I know a lot of people in the community fucking hate him, but I think he's a really good guy, man. Like, if I've been sub to him since like the beginning when he was like a fucking plain douchebag, and I've seen him change. I've seen him get his family, and I've seen him try to put his life together, and that's fucking inspiring for me. Like, no matter, like, he gets so much shit, and no matter what anybody says, he still keeps going. He's still trying to better himself. He's still trying to do all this amazing shit, and I admire that. And yeah, I think he's a really good guy, man. And also, of course, my mother inspires me. She's the most amazing person I've even heard of. Like, who the fuck is Gandhi, bitch? Have you ever met my mother? Like, she's amazing. Probably my biggest inspiration out of all. Actually, I'd have to say my biggest inspiration is Goku for obvious fucking reasons. Let's all be honest here. But that was it for this episode of Ask Omega. I hope you guys enjoyed. Leave a like rating if you did. If you did not, send me death threats. You guys know I appreciate those. Make sure to leave your questions down below so I can answer. Here's what I'm gonna start doing. Comment down below if you want. If it's just like a regular question, like how big's your dick. If it's something more serious, like if you're having problems and you just want my advice or whatever, then be sure to definitely YouTube inbox that. Other ways is to Facebook me, Twitter me, and yeah, I guess that's pretty much it. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and peace.